appears that Prince Andrew once again is in hot water, this time with Prince William and Prince Charles. But as ever, what has he done wrong this time? Hi, good morning, Neil Sean here in the very heart of London. Nice to see you today. This particular story really centres on yet another book, you know. It's the time of year really when the books come out, because people assume, by the way, that we're all going to go on holiday and we all want to read something absolutely scandalous, you know. And, you know, a few people do, but most people really just want to retire from that world, don't they? They've had enough of it. It's endless. Do you remember way back in the News of the World days where week after week there was one bombshell after another? By the way, did you know, I didn't realise this until a couple of days ago, but the biggest scandal ever, the big one that really launched the likes of the News of the World, was featuring none other than the brilliant British sex symbol and actress Diana Dawes. That's right, she sold her story way back in 1960 for £35,000. That's a lot of money way back in 1960. And it was called Swinging Doors, and it was all about her scandalous life to date. When you read it now, it's incredibly tame. But of course, you know, in those days it would have seemed, well, absolutely shocking. She was upset, of course, by the Profumo scandal about a year later, so, you know, everything moves on. But yes, way back in 1960, you could have been shocked on a Sunday morning by Britain's answer to Marilyn Monroe, Diana Dawes, with her Swinging Doors. Fast forward, though, to 2022, and allegedly this book is so sensational and so hot. Let me tell you the background to it. This particular book is called Scoop. It's based on the witterings of the producer of that now infamous Newsnight interview with Prince Andrew, and it's all about his time and what happened behind the scenes, etc. Now, I have to say, you know, it's a strange situation because it just proves that these people desperately want to be famous themselves. I mean, you know, this lady has popped up on any TV channel that would have her for a chat about a very lame idea, in my opinion. And that's not just defending Prince Andrew. I just kind of think, well, didn't we see the interview? We learned everything, didn't we? Obviously, there's a little bit of tidbits behind the scenes, but nothing that revelationary that you think, oh, wow, didn't know that. What is now interesting, though, is that Prince William and Prince Charles were really dismayed with Prince Andrew, not over just the interview, but the failure to get any legalities locked down. So let me explain. When you normally do an interview like that, you know, a lot of people sign NDAs, non-disclosure agreements, so that what happens behind the scenes of that particular interview, that show, no one could go off record and decide to sell it to a magazine, newspaper, or digital publication. You understand? And it's interesting because a lot of people say, oh, did he do that? Yes, they do. Everybody had to do that with the Harry and Meghan interview. That's why you've heard very little from behind the scenes. We've got something coming up on that very soon, let me tell you. So, of course, you can see the dismay from Prince William and Prince Charles. And, of course, really, if you think about it, our gorgeous monarch, the Queen, because, you know, Andrew just breezed in, thought he could do the interview and breeze out without taking any real precautions. He didn't even get signed off the fact that he would have final edit say. But is this book as scoopy and as demanding and as sensationalized as they're trying to tell you? Well, no, not really. They're apparently going to be trying to make a TV drama out of it, but honestly, how unexciting can this possibly be? And is this where we're at now? As each sort of revelation comes out, there's another problem and, of course, another drama. Britney Spears apparently is writing a tell-all book about her life to date. Yes, it's all kicking off. But if you're a fan of the British monarchy, and as I say, I'm not defending Prince Andrew, but this is definitely one book that I would scoop past. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.